Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Burns, Powell, Jones.
Thank you, Jerome.
You're welcome.
Good day, everyone. Mr. Powell, you
Yes,
claim your wife, Ms. Burns, cheated on you with the man standing next to her
Yes, Your Honor.
after only 3 months of marriage.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then she left you to live with him, and now you say the paternity of your child is in question.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Burns, you believe that your boyfriend, Mr. Jones, could be your son's father, but confess you secretly hope he's your ex-husband's biological child.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Powell, how did you get in this position?
Every time that we would get into an argument, she would leave me and go be with another person. And then if she got upset with that person, she would do the exact same thing, come back to me and sleep with me.
Now, how long did this go on for?
For about a year.
You married her during this time, and you continually take her back.
That's right, because I love her from the bottom of my heart.
Ms. Burns,
Yes, Your Honor.
how does it feel to hear your ex-husband speak about you this way?
I know he loves me, but I don't think that we have the same feelings anymore.
How is it that 3 months into your marriage, you end up with Mr. Jones?
Our marriage was good at first, mine and Kevin's. And
Well, it's just 90 days.
Yes, but Mr. Powell's had a job, and then he'd lose his job. Then he had a job, and then he'd lose his job. I figured everything was put off on me. I have 3 other children, other than the baby, that I provide for. And I felt like all the burden was pushed off onto me.
You don't provide for your children, your mother does.
I do provide for my children. I pay child support.
How do you pay child support if you don't have a job yourself?
So, wait a minute. Mr. Powell, how did you find out she was with Mr. Jones?
She told me they were.
Oh, so you told him, Ms. Burns?
Yes, Your Honor.
What did you say?
Mr. Powell called me and asked if anything had happened between me and Mr. Jones, and I told him yes, it had.
So wait a minute. Let me get down to the bottom of this. You're married to him for 3 months. When do you even meet Mr. Jones?
We have a child together. We have a 6-year-old together. So when the DNA come up for her and he come back the father to her, he wanted to meet her because he hadn't seen her pretty much her whole life.
Oh, so when you say the DNA came up, explain to me what you're saying. There was DNA testing done on this child.
Yes.
And he
And
was
he is-
one of the candidates that had to take the test?
Yes, Your Honor.
How many men took the test?
Besides him, he'd be the second one.
Actually, the lady that did the testing actually said that I was the 3rd person to have this DNA test done on the child.
So was he the second or the third, Ms. Burns?
Wow.
He was the second that was named for the DNA.
Then what happens?
We take her to see Mr. Jones, me and a mutual friend of mine and Mr. Powell's. And he did his visit with her, and we returned back to my hometown. And I went back to LaPel that night to hang out with Mr. Jones, and
What?
yes.
2 days, Your Honor.
For 2 days?
Yes.
And she took
A
all
married
she
woman?
took all of her things and went and lived with Mr.
Your
Jones.
Honor, she told me that her and Mr. Powell were actually getting divorced. She didn't want anything to do with him.
Where did you tell your husband you were?
We were not getting divorced. We were happy.
He was happy.
If this is happy, I don't want to see sad. Mr. Powell, what were you thinking?
I didn't know what to think. I called her the second day after she had left, and she straight out admits to me, yeah, I slept with Mr. Jones.
Wow. Ms. Burns, how soon after that did you find out you were pregnant?
Almost 2 months after I had separated from Mr. Powell.
So when you were pregnant, did you tell both men you were pregnant?
Yes, Your Honor. I told Mr. Jones, and he reacted differently than I expected.
What was that?
He
I was
mad.
pissed off, Your Honor. I wasn't very happy. I have 3 other kids, and then we got a DNA test with our 6-year-old coming out to find out that I'm the father of that one. And
What did
then-
Mr. Powell say when you told him?
He didn't really say anything.
Your Honor, we were having sex around the time that she got pregnant.
During the time of conception, you were still having sex?
I don't know if she is lying about the date of conception or not.
Oh, I just had a light bulb moment. You are saying that because she wants to be with Mr. Jones, you think that she may just be saying the time of conception was at the time when she was only having sex with him.
Right.
But it could possibly have been when you two were having sex as well.
Exactly.
Did you get excited? Did you think, oh my goodness, this could possibly be my child? What did you think?
I did. I was excited. But also at the same time, I was kind of worried because I knew that she did have an affair with Mr. Jones. And, you know, he hasn't been a father to his 6-year-old child that she already had with him.
Well, that's because I didn't know I didn't have a child until 6 years later.
So when Lucas was born, who was at the hospital?
My mother was.
I was never called, Your Honor.
You never got a call?
I never got a call, I never got a text, I ain't nothing.
We're still having sex, Your Honor.
All this time?
Yes. Yes. Even to this day.
What?
You know, up till a week ago. We
Up
were
till a
having
week
sex.
ago?
Yes.
Wait, Mr. Jones, you're laughing. Are you laughing because you don't believe it, or are you laughing because it's possible?
I'm laughing because I'm like not very happy at this moment.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Ms. Burns, have you been sleeping with Mr. Powell?
No, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I have proof to show that she is lying right
What
now.
proof do you have?
Your Honor, I took a lie detector test.
You took a lie detector test?
To show you that I'm not lying and that I'm telling the truth. And so that
Do you
Mr.
have the
Jones
results
can know
here?
the truth. Your Honor, I do have the
definitely
results
do.
here.
Jerome, please hand me those results.
God, you better hope to God. We about to find out. Oh, man. And no one
This
even signed
is-
the birth certificate either, Your Honor. I mean,
A polygraph examination company, very reputable.
oh, you're hit.
We'll see.
The question
Not
you
you,
were
her.
asked was as follows. Are you lying when you said you had sex with Ashley Burns in the last 30 days? You answered no,
That's right.
which meant you had sex and you weren't lying.
Yes, we did.
The lie detector determined you were telling the truth.
Now what? What do you have to say now?
So what are you going to say?
Ms. Burns, I see a little nervous jitter down there. This
I
is
was
a
always-
courtroom, and if you're gonna tell the truth, this is the place you do it.
I was always there for her.
Have you had sex with Mr. Powell?
Nope. I don't care what that paper says. It's whatever. I mean, if he wants to ruin somebody else's life because his is miserable, so be it.
Wow.
Oh, so is it your suggestion that he's trying to ruin your life because he's miserable because he doesn't have you?
Yes.
Mr. Jones, what do you think?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones, what do you think?
I have no idea, Your Honor.
Oh.
I did not know this was going to be like this. I'm kind of
It's
hurt.
because she's lying to both of us.
I have.
I mean, that's what's been going on the whole time.
I so agree with you, man, because the main reason why I actually left Miss Burns is because she cheated on me way back when, and
There
that
you
is the
go.
reason why I didn't know the 6-year-old could have been mine. That's why I needed the DNA test to figure that out. So now, I just don't know what to do.
Your Honor, she's a liar, just period. I went to the delivery room after she had the baby, once she finally allowed me to come in. And I took a video of him. I watch this video every day because I love this child to death. I think that he's mine and I want him to be mine, Your Honor. And I've got this video here today. I would like to show it to you.
Please. I'd like to see it.
I'm about to walk off the.
I mean, I buy things for the baby all the time because I didn't know if this was my child or not.
Because you love the child.
I do. And I love the mother of this child.
And do you still want to be with her today?
Absolutely. When we got married, you know, she told me ahead of time that she had 3 children previous. to our relationship, and I always wanted a family. So, you know, I knew that she was the right one for me.
So you accepted her,
Yes, I did.
her 3 children,
Yes, I did.
loved them like your own.
That's right. And her children call me daddy.
Mr. Jones, do you believe Lucas is yours?
I have doubts, Your Honor, because like I said previously, you know, we do have a 6-year-old together, and I was
This
the third
child
person.
looks just like me, Your Honor. It can't be Mr. Jones's.
But now
does?
after what I've heard today, Your Honor, I hope it's Mr. Powell's.
Really?
And
Why
Your
do you
Honor,
say that?
Your Honor,
because like I said, Your Honor, I have 3 kids besides Lucas, Your Honor, and actually, I want to be technical, I would have 4 kids, Your Honor. I do take care of her other daughter that's not mine, and she calls me daddy and everything like that, Your Honor. And
Oh,
Your
my
Honor-
goodness. So, Ms. Burns, tell me today, who do you want to be with? You got half the children calling him daddy, the other half calling him daddy. He loves you. He looked like he about through with you. I don't know what you want to do.
I want to be with Mr. Jones, but if he chooses otherwise, then so be it, and I'll go on without everybody. So, I mean, I don't need either one of them. I choose to be where I'm at.
Mr. Jones, it sounds like you're getting along better with Mr. Powell than Ms. Burns.
yeah, especially I never met Mr. Powell, ever.
That's right.
You've never met him.
Never met
We
him.
have never met.
Well, I was going to say, before I read the results, you're welcome to stand on this side with him, because it sounds like now. Both of you seem like you've been lied to. Kids call you both daddy. Miss Burns, what is this you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
Oh,
Honor.
no.
No, I'm not. So I
Just
don't
don't
need
want you.
nobody. And you don't have to want me.
Well,
Like I said, I'll pick up, I'll move on, and I'll go on with my life.
it's a good idea.
Mr. Jones, do Mr. Powell a favor and please enlighten him as to what you have learned today.
She's a hoe, bro.
In respectful words. Why did I give that much leeway?
She is not faithful, bro. She's
already know this.
trash.
Miss Burns,
Yes, Your Honor.
this is a first where the 2 would-be fathers have now taken the same side of the plaintiff's podium against you. I've never seen it in all my days. And before I go to the results, I have to give you another opportunity, because there obviously have been some lies. Is it something you have not said in this courtroom? A truth you have not told? I'm giving you the opportunity to just be honest. Were you sleeping with these 2 men at the same time and pretty much playing one against the other and basically using Mr. Powell because you knew he was always going to be there for you?
Sure. Whatever.
I think that's the most honest answer I've gotten out of her today. We're going to go to the paternity results, and that's why I wanted to make it clear, because I don't need you questioning those results too. When we can just be honest from the get-go, is it possible there was any other man?
No,
That there
Your
can
Honor.
be any other person?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. It's time for the results. Jerome, the envelope, please. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Powell versus Burns Jones, when it comes to the paternity of 2-month-old Lucas Burns, and whether or not Mr. Powell or Mr. Jones is his father, Mr. Jones, you are his father.
Sorry, man. I was rooting for you, bro. I'm still gonna love the kid no matter what. I mean, I'm gonna be there, but all the information that I just heard today, I just wish it kind of wasn't.
I don't know what to say.
It was a lot to hear today.
Yeah, it was. We actually been talking for more than just 2 months. I mean, I didn't get back with her because I had to test her and make sure that she wasn't gonna cheat on me and she wasn't gonna do all the stupid stuff she did before. And
So if we wasn't together, so then how did I cheat?
And you just told me less than, what, 3 or 4 days ago that you didn't want to be with anybody?
Okay.
Oh,
Really?
my goodness. What is this that you perpetrating on these two men? I mean, you just got them all messed up in the head. Mr. Jones thought he was the father, then he heard you cheated, then he didn't want to be the father, but he is the father. Mr. Powell thought he was the father, but he's not the father, but he wants to be with you. And
I don't know
you,
now.
I wouldn't.
You finally done now?
I think I'm starting to see the light, Your Honor.
Part of a child's healthy upbringing is having healthy parents, and those parents being able to have a working relationship. You are creating one huge mess for your child. This is not how a mother should behave. Are we clear? Court is adjourned. Jerome, would you please escort Mr. Jones and Mr. Powell up to the bench, please? Mr. Jones, I need you to be a good father. And Mr. Powell, it's time for you to move on from Ms. Burns. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Until you can be certain that she's gotten herself together.
Right.
All right, I wish you gentlemen the best of luck.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.